Remember that kid at school? The one who topped class, the one who parted his hair, was the teacher's favorite, and won elocution competitions. But you know what? He didn't have enough friends in school. Think of the last Hyundai Verna to be something like that kid. It didn't do anything wrong, but the problem was it didn't have enough sparkle either to make good friends. So here's the point. This is the new Hyundai Verna. Has it made that jump and made friends at school? Let's go find out. The new Verna comes with 4 engine options, a 1.4 and a 1.6 litre petrol and a 1.4 and a 1.6 litre diesel. The 1.6 litre motors come with both manual and automatic options. The automatic is a 4-speeder, the manual on the diesel a 6-speeder, and this, the petrol manual, is a 5-speed gearbox. The new Hyundai Verna uses a typical setup that you find in most other cars in this segment. The steering feels a little too light, the rear end is too soft, and it's a handling nightmare if I were to put it very subtly. It doesn't inspire too much confidence, and you're better off driving at a slower pace than what this car is actually capable of, given that this 1.6 litre motor produces about 120 horsepower and is quite sprightly in nature. The reason why the handling is not up to the mark is because the suspension is on the softer side. So it's good for ride quality, but not good for overall dynamics. The engine, like I just mentioned, is quite sprightly by nature. You can hit 0 to 100 in about 11 seconds, and it goes on to a top speed just a little short of 190 km per hour. The car is reasonably fuel efficient. We got a figure of about 11 to 11.5 kpl overall, which is not too bad, given what other cars in this segment are capable of. The Verna is a very sporty looking car. Take these tail lamps for instance. They remind you a lot of the last generation 5 Series. This coupe-like roofline helps make the car look younger, but it's not quite practical. It cuts out on headroom. There's this extremely thick and prominent waistline, as you can see, that makes it look chunky. Importantly, this car does not resemble any other car out in the world market, which is good news for Hyundai, and it's contemporary enough. So a few years down the line, when you see this car coming right at you, you can still say that it looks fresh and it can be the kind of car that can still compete with newer entrants out there. The new Verna looks as contemporary on the inside as it looks on the outside. This center console, as you can see, has a lot of functions, a very well detailed stereo system, an automatic climate control with bio-ionizers, which they say is as good as some of the cars that cost many lakhs more. It even has this auxiliary setup, iPod and USB. What is also quite interesting to note is this reverse camera setup, which comes up on the mirror itself, which you've earlier seen on cars like the Safari. It also has an automatic dimming option here for the mirror itself, which you find on more high-end cars like Audis and BMWs. It feels very well loaded. There's not much that is missing in this car, so you won't feel shortchanged for the kind of money that you pay. Despite Hyundai's best attempts, the Verna isn't the best kid in school yet. Sure, it's made more friends by getting in more features, with a more powerful engine, and generally sorting some things out. But the ride and handling setup is not exactly where it should be. And overall, the car does not make it very good for enthusiastic kind of driving. There is one car though that can do all of that and still be better than the Verna. I don't need to say any more than that.